Hello, I'm Athath, and this is Chapter 3 of my 0% Growth Cerulean Coast LTC. This is a route map. A big route map. You have to defend these green units at the top here. And here is a thief with Miracle, high speed, and who won't attack you when enemy face. This boss has 20 res and a 1-2 range hand axe. This boss has a Luna attack with high hit and 17 base speed. And this map is painful, to say the least. Just brief aside, flashing lights warning later on. I'll give a warning when it starts and a warning when it stops. But yeah, this is a map, and this is while I'm doing preps here. Basically, it's a very hard map to rat out because we don't have hand axes at this point. Riker does not have, even with his personal skill, his arms are noodle arms. He can't kill things with 1-2 range. Lindros is Lindros and is slow and kind of squishy. Oriana can only be in one place at once. And you notice that we gave Lindros a plus luck stat booster there, the fortune cookie. And that's because he needs it for the avoid bonus to improve reliability. Because the enemy phases here will be that unsafe. Like, we had to go out of our way to get that last map. It is painful. And this map used to be worse, somehow. Before the Tactician Star changes, and before this boss had his Authority Star removed, enemies used to have around 12 more hit on us than they do now. I want you to keep that in mind as we go through this. Anyway, Mince uses his Canto Plus to shove that guy over. You can see me here checking my notes to make sure everything's right. Tower uses the Steel Axe here to damage but not kill this guy. Pomelo uses his Powder Blast. That pirate needs to be hit by Powder Blast twice directly in order to die. You notice that the AoE here doesn't actually kill the other two units here, and that's because AoE effects can't kill in this game. Which means that it easily sets up the kill for Lindros and easily sets up the kill for Ellery, who has a 100 hit because of Tower's personal skill that sets the avoid of adjacent enemies to 0. Or rather, it makes it so they can't dodge. Tower uses a Steel Axe to one-shot that guy. And we get to see some swap stats from Mince. Palmer gets to kill that pirate and return to being Bruce Wayne. Lindros moves ahead, uses the ley line to get the attack power to just straight up one-shot people. And don't worry, he'll be fine. Riker is Rikering. You may notice that we have a new unit here, an archer. She has the ability to make her attacks brave at will, at the cost of hit penalty. And the only thing she will be doing throughout the entire run is manning that ballista you see there. Her stat line is fine, but her only contribution to run is she is Ballista Girl. This is of life. And as we approach this here, we begin our enemy phase rigging. Don't worry, do not adjust your dial. This is me tabbing out to activate a lure script made by Viken12. You can see that green number in the top left corner. That's the number of RNs we've burned. Now I will say there will be a flashing lights warning coming up. So I would recommend closing your eyes. I will tell you when to open them. But yeah, it is. We need to get to 6,035 RNs burned. And because I don't want to sit here arrow dancing for 30 minutes, we're going to be using a function of the Lewis script that lets you just burn RNs by holding down Q. And we know that we need to get to 6,035 RNs because of Jumpy23's Brute Forcer script, which basically you input the parameters of the enemy phase, and then it's going to manually check each RN string to see if that would work for what you need. Flashing lights warning over. You can open your eyes. And I guess final shout out is to Toffee for pointing me to those two aforementioned resources and then helping me modify the Lewis script to show true RNs instead of short RNs. This combat doesn't matter. This is a 34% hit that she dodged. This is a 77. This is 79. This is a 69. Nice. A 2. The doggo attacking. We can't double him. That's a 68, by the way. A 78. An 81. This combat doesn't matter. The mage needs to hit the archer on the counter, which is a 79. A hit. The pirate needs to hit the soldier, which is a 99. Lindros can take a hit here. This worm actually does no damage to him because he's holding a magic sword with 1 might. This guy here needs to die on the counter. That guy needed to hit the archer. And again, that combat didn't matter. And so we now use the ballista for its probably intended purpose of sniping flyers. Archer's good. Wrecker comes up and talks to this strange poison man over here. He's cool. He's Telon. He has a stick. As you can see here, Riker's noodle arms do not cut it. So we have to have Telon do more damage in 1 attack than Riker did with 2. And yes, Telon kills dogs. Raylan actually one-rounds this guy with the Steel Lance from full. I technically could have used the Iron Sword there for more dodge, but I wanted to show that even if that soldier hadn't hit his counters, I would still be able to kill him. Raylan prepares for a surprise thing later. Not really surprised with this special tactic later. And Oriana goes head first. Good luck. Tower is equipping a Mansplitter, which, if you remember from earlier, is a weapon with a huge might stat that lowers your defenses by like 8. I think it's just defense by like 8 or so. We get our units into a very familiar position. And Eloise is able to use Riker's Heavy Spear from last map, which is effective versus armors, so she can just one-shot this guy here. Which means that Lindros can get out of dodge. He's done. He doesn't have the boost anymore. He doesn't need 1 round. And Tower is fine. And we get to visit this house here. And hey, look, we have Chalice. She's a staffer. She has a personal skill that halves the defense and res of enemies within 3 tiles of her. And we're going to talk a little bit more about her. Pommel assumes boat form for alien manipulation. You notice that Chalice has 23 magic and a 1-3 range perf that recharges every chapter, and C stays. She's nice. And Chalice is setting up an RN burn here. Thankfully, this is not 6,035 RNs. That's 74. She doesn't need to dodge that or anything. Tower would like to dodge these. If all 3 of those wyverns hit him, he's dead. I don't remember if the pirate hitting him +2. I believe the pirate hitting him +2 also kills him. That's a 21. Another 21. And this wyvern goes for the unarmed Pomelo because he can't see a kill on Tower. Dread Pirate Corky. And as you can see, he has a lot of res. 71. This combat doesn't matter. And now we go on to turn 3. Ellery shoves Mince forward so that he's in range to just snipe that wyvern. And for minor reliability improvements, we have Lindros stand at support range of Pomelo. He has a better hit rate on Locust here. A bit of AoE damage. And yeah, Locust has 2 HP and Miracle. We need her to die. Just how it is. She was actually on last map. I don't remember if she was able to actually get onto the map last map, but she would have arrived as a reinforcement. We get to snipe this guy. Riker gets to do something. He gets to hit one of those 93s, which he did. Raylan gets to move ahead with Telon as her paratrooper. And move ahead, drop him on the boat with the green units, just to say hi with his deserter buddies. And Oriana actually just straight up one-rounds the boss here with the Zanbato. She doesn't need the crit here, she just got it. He truly does have the most atrocious luck. And execute Order 66. We have to kill all the green units that survived. Our units have been refreshed here, but the turn has not ended, so it is still turn 3. We get to hit this soldier from down here. Riker goes over to this pirate chest and gets the contraption. It's an iron brew that gives, I believe, like +6 or so resistance. It boosts res, makes you immune to crits. Oriana gets to charge forward here and just snipe off this guy. Telon's able to block off anyone who reaches her. Raylan helps set up a kill for Telon this enemy phase, just chipping this guy down so he doesn't have to crit him later. And then we begin to do an RN burn with Lindros. It's going to be some like pausing hesitation. I believe it is like 17 little wiggles here, and then another wiggle at the bottom. I guess I should talk about Telon. Telon has a cool personal skill that he can spend his action to fully heal himself and give himself a +50% crit boost for 3 turns. It also triggers automatically at the start of the map, but he wasn't on our side at the start of the map, so it didn't trigger. We had to manually trigger it here. Just a cute little brick screen. And we're going to turn on animations for this, and just let him rock. I hope you enjoyed that Telon performance, because he is never getting in another combat in the rest of the run. And that was Chapter 3 in 3 turns. Join us next time for when we more than triple Ellery's movement.